All right, guys, let's talk about this in one quick second. So, My Adventures of Superman, episode 4. Let's go to Ivo Tower, you say. Um, that's the title of the episode. So, let me tell you about this episode. I enjoy it. Like I said, there's some good, there's some bad, and there's some ugly. The good, the chemistry between Lois Lane and Clark Kent is great. Love it. Jimmy Olsen's just there as a third wheel, which we knew that was going to happen. Now he feels a little left out. It is what it is. But still, it's pretty good. The voice actors for Lois and Clark, they're great together. We get to understand why Lois want to be a reporter, and we get to really understand why Superman. Well, you don't really know why Clark likes Lois because it's driven and stuff. And they have a moment, and the story feels more of a Lois and Clark relationship than a Superman and Clark relationship, which is different because, again, we've always seen Lois as more interested in Superman. The only one was probably Smallville because he was known as the Blur, and she was interested, but she wasn't really. She didn't have that dynamic with Superman though. But we get to see that a little bit more. And I love it. I really do. I've always loved Clark and Lois banter back and forth. I loved it as a kid watching it in Superman. I loved it as a kid and Lois and Clark. And I loved it as a kid a little bit. The best one is Smallville. Smallville, all those two go, oh, I love them. Tom Welling and what's her name? Erica Durance. Oh my God. Perfect casting. And perfect. Those two were awesome together. Oh, I would love a Smallville type of anime series focusing on those two. But one day. But moving on. The bad. Professor Ivo makes his appearance in this universe. Do not like Professor Ivo's interpretation in here. However, maybe in the next one they can really play upon his comic book origins a little bit more. Because he makes this suit called the Parasite suit. Don't like it. I don't like how they combine a character like Ivo with Parasite. I'd rather them be separate. But again, it is what it is. Certain interpretations I may not like, and certain interpretations I do like. I don't like how all these villains in here get their powers through machinery. I like the whole metahuman type of thing, or alien base, or experiment base, but that's fine. That's just a little nitpick. It doesn't take away from the show, but it does have little problems. I thought, okay. Especially now, Amazo name is used in here, but it's not Amazo. It's like Amazo Tech. So he comes off as Professor Ivo comes off as Elon Musk. You could say. And also like a Norman Osborn. You remember how the board said, "Hey Norman, you're out," and then the board said, "We're cutting your funds. You're fired." And he's like, "This is my company. You ain't gonna fire me." You know, it's some type of back and forth thing. It's okay. It's not that great, but it's okay. The fight scene between Superman and Parasite or Ivo was not very good. I thought it was kind of clunky at times. Could have been like going back and forth. And I didn't care for it. Hopefully they're saving this for a little bit more down the road. Because I do believe we're supposed to get some more characters down the road, like Toyman, Brainiac, Supergirl's supposed to make her appearance, the Brain, So, like I said, I believe that they're going to save a little bit more of the special effects and stuff like that for these other villains, and because, like I said, I thought the fight between Parasite and Superman could have been done better. And of course, they play upon Parasite using his abilities, taking Superman's abilities away. But you really look at it like, really? So I was like, I didn't care for it. I really didn't care for it. So, but as always, guys, Superman Lois was pretty good. My rating for it, usually, like I said, 1 out of 5. This was a solid 3 out of 5. What saved it was Lois and Clark's dynamic, and also the ending where Lois is starting to figure out Clark and Superman might be the same, which is pretty cool. Which is kind of weird because it was Clark's fault because he left something. Clark got You know how you leave something in your pocket and you just forget about it, and you better hope no one else gets that jacket, because if it's money, that money gone type of scenario. And that's kind of what happened. But overall, this was great. I loved it. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the switch they did or how they combine Ivo and Parasite together. But again, it's always could be retcon and they can always fix it down the road. And hopefully they do a little bit more with Ivo and his origin to actually make the Amazo armor or Amazo, or he becomes Amazo, which I think that's might happen because the way Ivo is, I wouldn't say taken out, but the way Ivo is decommissioned, you can see him and Amazo kind of work together. But as always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson Day. Another great episode of My Adventures of Superman and Lois. Excuse me, My Adventures of Superman. My Adventures with Superman.